Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm here with head coach and district athletic director of Dublin High School, Roger Holmes. Coach, coming off a, I think, 54-0 victory over Central-Macon up there at Ed DeFore Stadium last Thursday night. Like you said last night, it seemed like a month since we've played. Big night up there offensively, defensively also. I think we rested a couple of the backs. I think I looked at some of the carries, and some of them were a little less than what we normally have. I did see where, and I did want to make mention of this right off the bat. One of my guys, VJ Bond, 9th grader, was our leading rusher. I believe.
I think you're probably right.
I think VJ Bond had 80 yards on 6 carries. Jamarcus Knight had 6 carries for about 56, 58 yards. Bennett Lake came in with 6 carries with 54 yards and two really nice touchdown runs there, driving with those big legs of his. It's good to see him get in the game and offensively and spark us on. Dontavius, a touchdown, I think. And I look back at the stats provided by Brent Tanner. I'll go ahead and say it. We had 6 backs that had a rushing 20 yards or more on a carry that night. So we had some long runs by all our backs. You know, it was just a big night offensively. Jefferson Davis, I'll go ahead and put his name out there. Jeff had a great night passing the football. Rylan Yates came in, had a good night throwing the football. Major Morton, one of the coach's sons, came in and had a touchdown pass to number 85, McCaskill.
Kevin Hightower McCaskill. Yes.
Kevin Hightower McCaskill. Talked to Kevin last night, and he was smiling big time, saying he was so proud to have accomplished that, and proud for Major Morton and what he did. Offensively, you know, I've always been an offensive guy, kind of like you. And defensively, I think big night last night at Touchdown Club, we honored Tamaj Carswell.
Yep.
Tell us about Tamaj, what he means to your football team. And I think Keaton Wilson said he wished he had like 6 or 7 more just like him.
Yeah, Tamaj is, you know, we jokingly said last night at the Booster Club meeting, he's kind of our silent assassin. Tamaj is a senior for us. He's been starting for 3 years. Usually can't get him to talk unless you speak to him. He's a very quiet, unassuming young man who's very intelligent, never misses assignments, gives you all the effort that he has.
Speaks through his muscles, I guess.
He, you know, last year he started for us the 2 previous years as an offensive tackle, and we moved him to offensive guard this year. That's one of the areas, you know, our offensive guards are so vital in what we try to do, and we asked and got Tamaj moved into that position, and he's, again, been just a very consistent, steady offensive lineman. As you mentioned, all the carries, everything was spread out the other night.
They were.
Multiple guys carried the football, caught the football, threw the football. It was a night that we were fortunate enough to be able to go deep into our bench, and, you know,
Bats had some carries. Nizon Mitchell had some carries.
Yep. I guess maybe the one that's contributed to us a great deal at this point that might not have gotten any carries the other night might have been McCray, who'd had 2 touchdowns the week before.
I think he had 1 carry.
Did he get a carry?
I think he got 1 in.
So, you know, we try when we're in a situation where we have the capabilities of doing that to spread it around, because you're going to need those guys as we go through the playoffs. They need some game time experience. But, you know, I was awful pleased for Major Morton.
Absolutely.
9th grade quarterback. His family moved here to start this school year His dad is an assistant principal at the middle school, and he's one of our coaches that got hit with the cut. That information came out last week, and for all of our guys that are in that situation right now, it's unbearable, the time that it spends on your mind and the things that you do with that. And obviously, Coach Morton doesn't know where he's going to be and what he's going to be doing this time next year. His son doesn't know where he's going to be and what he's going to be doing this time next year. And
great kid.
For him to get his name in the record book,
right?
You know, as a Dublin high school football player is something that, you know,
meant a lot to you, I'm sure.
It means a lot to the young person. It means a lot, I'm sure, to his dad, and therefore it means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
That he was able to have that shining moment. You know, I hate that it came in a situation late in a game when the game was out of hand, and I think their coach may have been a little upset about it, and I understand his feelings toward that, but sometimes you got to take care of your own, and so I feel good about Major getting the opportunity.
Absolutely.
And like you just mentioned, Kevin Hightower pulling it down, making a good catch. That's his first touchdown. You know, these kids go to practice every day. They practice hard. They go over, they service you on the scout team and do those type things. And you know, I was pleased the other night. We went 2 and 3 deep across the board in our defensive football team, and we were still able to get out with a shutout victory. We got out of it, I think, pretty doggone healthy. We've got a couple of kids that are nicked up a little bit that obviously we're going to need this week with the game that's coming up. But, you know, what we can do if you want to is we'll take a break and get a look at some of these highlights and some of these plays these young men made, and then we can come back and talk about Dodge.
Proud of them all, Coach. We'll take a break, have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with some more Dublin football.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
It is almost hunting season, and that means it's time for you to already be shopping with Roach Farm and Garden. Everything you need for your feed plots, everything you need for your deer stands, everything you need, period, for the fall, you can get at Roach Farm and Garden. Salt licks, camo, trail cams, everything you need. Go check them out at Roach Farm and Garden at the River Bridge. Support your friends at Roach Farm and Garden as they support the Dublin Fighting Irish and our local community. Go Irish, and go to Roach Farm and Garden.
When you're part of a team, your loyalty is to each other, working together for the customer. Customer satisfaction is not a sometime thing, it's an all-time thing.
Turn it up, let's go! Yes, sir.
You don't service vehicles right once in a while, you service them right all the time. So let's get out there and get these customers rolling. We love helping our customers as much as we love football, so let us be your team, Bubba's Tire Center.
Woo! It's football season, and just like your favorite team, Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan's success is built on our teamwork.
Here, Mr. Jones, here's your tune-up parts. Thank you.
Chevy or GMC, we've got your trucks.
I might not have been a great ball player back in the day, but one thing about it, Don sells cars pretty good here at Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan.
The best in high school sports coverage in the state of Georgia is known by one name, the GSHA All Access. Tune in right here weekly to stay current with player profiles, coaches' conversations, and what's happening at GHSA Sports. The GHSA All Access. Right here. Presented by Powers Media Network.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
And we're back. Coach, with that victory last night and the Northeast winning over at Dodge, I think some of us went over and watched that game. The region standings they're still there. East Lawrence has got to play Northeast, I think, this week, and there could be some help there. Tell us about the region standings, where we are, what you think, and playoff-wise down the line. I mean, we may have some playoff games here at Dublin.
Well, I guess, to be quite frank with you, this
we don't know.
If you're an East Lawrence fan, you heard me say it. I'm pulling for y'all Friday night.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm hoping that the Falcons can find a way to make the trip up to Macon and get a huge win against the region leader right now. Northeast Macon has one loss in the region, and we have one loss in the region. And Dodge County has one loss in the region. So technically right now, Dodge has two losses. Mm-hmm. As it stands right now, if East Lawrence could defeat Northeast Macon, and it can happen.
East absolutely
has some quality football players over there, and we were able to beat Dodge, we would end up being the region champion. So mathematically, we're not out of it. If you ask the computers, we are out of it.
Right.
But if East Lawrence can find the way and put it all together Friday night and get out of there with a win, and we're fortunate enough to beat Dodge County, we would be region champion. If Northeast wins, they're going to be the region champ.
Outright.
Then the winner of the Dodge Dublin game will be 2, the other team will be 3, and then Bleckley County would be a 4.
Playoff-wise, positioning-wise, and home games versus away games with your 2, 3, and 4.
Well,
tell us where that may put us.
Well, the way it sits right now, I think we're like an 8 in the power rankings. But what happens is they will take all the public schools that won region championships, and that could be 5 or 6 of the 8. 2 regions right now have already been won by private schools.
They have.
So at minimum or at maximum, the top 6 public school region champions will be ranked 1 through 6 according to where they fall in the power rankings. Then you take everybody that finished second, excluding private schools. Right now, there's 6, maybe 7 public schools that will finish as the number 2 in that power ranking. Then you're listed according to your power ranking. So top 16 teams will play at home in round 1, guaranteed. So if we finish second, right now being 8, 7, 8, 9, whatever it is we are, if we're able to win, we're not going to go down more than a spot, I don't think, even with those rankings being where they are. So we could still end up possibly a 7 or an 8. If you ended up a 7 or an 8, then you would be guaranteed if you are that your first 2 rounds are at home. The only teams that are guaranteed, I guess the top 8 are guaranteed a round at home, as long as you win.
1 through 8.
So finding a way to win against a good Dodge County football team carries a lot of implications as far as whether you travel or whether you have an opportunity to play at home. We're going to be in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
The playoff brackets for our classification will be released on Saturday night there is a Zoom meeting Saturday night at 5 p.m.
Very technical.
To release the brackets.
Yeah.
Now, that meeting, once it's over, then Georgia High School will at that time be able to release to the media what time. So by 6 o'clock, 6:30 Saturday night, it'll probably all be out in the medias as to how the brackets are. Somewhere around, between 5 and 5:30, I'm sure I'll know, and I'll probably put something out through Jason Holcomb as to where who we play, when we play. Maybe not the whole bracket. I might to GHSA because I won't have a copy of that bracket.
Right.
And they go through it so fast, I can't write it down that fast. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Coach, we'll take a break and we'll come back with some highlights.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
It is almost hunting season, and that means it's time for you to already be shopping with Roach Farm and Garden. Everything you need for your feed plots, everything you need for your deer stands, everything you need, period, for the fall, you can get at Roach Farm and Garden. Salt licks, camo, trail cams, everything you need. Go check them out at Roach Farm and Garden at the River Bridge. Support your friends at Roach Farm and Garden as they support the Dublin Fighting Irish and our local community. Go Irish and go to Roach Farm and Garden.
When you're part of a team, your loyalty is to each other, working together for the customer. Customer satisfaction is not a sometime thing, it's an all-time thing.
Turn it up, let's go, yes, sir.
You don't service vehicles right once in a while, you service them right all the time. So let's get out there and get these customers rolling. We love helping our customers as much as we love football, so let us be your team, Bubba's Tire Center.
Woo! It's football season, and just like your favorite team, Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan's success is built on our teamwork.
Here, Mr. Jones, here's your tune-up parts. Thank you.
Chevy or GMC, we've got your trucks.
I might not have been a great ball player back in the day, but one thing about it, Don sells cars pretty good here at Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan.
The best in high school sports coverage in the state of Georgia is known by one name, the GSHA All Access. Tune in right here weekly to stay current with player profiles, coaches' conversations, and what's happening in GHSA sports. The GHSA All Access. Right here. Presented by Powers Media Network.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
And we're back. Coach, let's go through some highlights up here in Macon at the beautiful Ed DeFore Stadium.
Yeah, let's roll. This is their opening drive. You know, they won the toss and took the football and picked up 2 or 3 first downs on us right there. Now all of a sudden They're in good field position, and here's a heck of a play by Jalen Doherty. Jalen had a huge night for us last night. Now he led us in tackles and all that type of stuff, and we keep up the points and that kind of thing. So he was our top defensive point getter in the game the other night.
They did come out of the chute pretty
Oh yeah,
pretty good the other night.
They had some enthusiasm, and it was their senior night, and they came to play and came to compete. And at the end of the day, I felt like we came out a little bit flat defensively, not as physical as we needed to be, and they took the ball and moved it on us, like we say. You see there, they got somewhere down close to the midfield area, and then the defensive front kind of took over, and Coach Stubbs found the right answer, I guess, for lack of a better word, to get a stop and get them off the field. And here's another sack right here, big play for us coming off the edge. I think that was Dorian Carcamo. He's a big player for us.
Absolutely. I think we held them to around 100 yards, too, total offense.
Yeah, and this is Jamarcus Knight. This may have been our first offensive snap of the night. I think it was. And he picked up 40-something yards, 42 yards there on his first attempt. And we're down on the goal line right here, and we're running the belly. And this is Dontavius Cannon getting the thing in the end zone. Nice run by Dontavius, and a real good job by our offensive front. You can see here that they've gotten the ball, moved it again, got it down into the 25, 24-yard line in some plus territory. But another big play, pressure upfield by our defensive end, and hard run.
Hard run, yeah.
Right there. I mean, a heck of a run. And
I didn't think they were ever going to blow the whistle.
Got our backs against the wall, but I think we had a turnover right there and got out of that scenario and kept them from getting any points. And here's Jeff Davis finding an open Trav Bostic in the flat, and that was a first down and 10, and we picked up 10. Now the quarter switched over. Here's VJ Bond you were talking about, and this was VJ's first run and touchdown on the night.
Untouched.
A heck of a play.
I think the fans love watching VJ run out there with those long strides he's got.
He is definitely a strider, and he's continued to get better. I do want to mention that Thursday evening at 5 o'clock, our JV team will finish up their regular season, and with a JV game at home versus Washington County at 5 o'clock here in the bowl. Now we're back down inside the red zone, and we're getting a little smokestack eye look. We hadn't been in that all year. And run a little power play off tackle right there. And there's Jamarcus Knight getting in the end zone again for his second touchdown, or first touchdown. And then he turns right around. He gets a pick right here, and he ends up running it in the end zone for a pick six. And that kind of blew the game open right there. That put us up 28-0. You see there with about 5:15 to go in the first half.
He could have been one of our players of the game.
No doubt. There could have been a lot of them.
There could have been 3 or 4.
And but I think Tamaj more on the consistency that he's had all year. This is a heck of a pass rush off the backside outside linebacker. I think that might have been Rylan Yates walking him down there and getting a sack with a pressure. He was playing outside linebacker. This is Bennett Lake stepping in at halfback, and we're running a little buck sweep right here, and Bennett takes it and gets it in the end zone for us.
Good blocking there.
Yeah, anytime a back has a great run, it means somebody blocked pretty good, doesn't it?
Right.
Nice job of containing, setting the edge and the inside-out pressure on their jet sweep. This is Dontavius Cannon at fullback. We're running the draw. Dontavius finds a nice open seam and gets it out there. We just got to start making that one guy miss. If we can make him miss, now we come back and first time we've used this play this year. This is just a flood route off of the bootleg, a trips look. And Will Wallace had a heck of a night. I think he ended up with 5 catches.
He did.
Night, which was a huge night for a wide receiver. Here we go, a nice throw by the QB, down low, protect the ball in the red zone, and Will Wallace went down and got it again. And this is right at the end of the first half, and then we stick another slant route into Will, and we get a touchdown right before half. I think there's 11 seconds to go right there in the half. So a good 2-minute drill.
35 points in the second quarter, I believe, we scored.
An excellent 2-minute drill. You know, you don't get a lot of opportunities to practice those, but we did, and that was huge to finish and get it in the end zone. And here's Bennett Lake with a nice run on the power sweep there. We're in the second half now. Rylan Yates is in at quarterback. Now they're trying to play the DB so far inside because Will caught a couple of slants, and quarterback makes a good decision and changes it into an out route.
Really nice move.
Yep, and that's Jacarian Jones. I guess you could say 1A, 1B with him and Will Wallace at wideouts. And there's Jacarian getting him a touch and a catch. And here's Bennett Lake getting in the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. Kind of untouched, nice run,
right.
Big play. We're in man coverage. We got the JV group in on defense, and there's a big sack from the backside. Looks like VJ Bond is going to get the carry right here. We've got, well, it looks like still mostly the 2s are in the game, but VJ got loose. If he could have kept his balance right there, Mike could have got it in the end zone. But this is late third quarter. Fourth quarter, excuse me. Here's Major Morton. We talked about the throw he had to McCaskill and right in the back corner of the end zone. Heck of a catch. Nice throw. Great way to end the night and give a freshman a memory, 2 freshmen memories that they'll never forget. Looks like we got one more snap maybe here on the highlights, and this is a lot of young kids on the field for us defensively right now.
A lot of 9th and 10th graders out there.
No doubt. So they got to learn to play because they're your future, and they've got to be able to go make plays for you when it matters. Who knows? Some of them might be valuable assets for us as we go into the playoffs. Some of them might make some plays for us Friday night. There's no doubt about it. But there's a big tackle by a D lineman up inside. So that's it on the highlights. Good night. Time to move on, get ready for Dodge.
Coach, great night for the Dublin Fighting Irish. They're up there at the Ed DeForest Stadium against Central-Macon. Great victory. We'll be back with some more Dublin football.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
It is almost hunting season, and that means it's time for you to already be shopping with Roach Farm and Garden. Everything you need for your feed plots, everything you need for your deer stands, everything you need, period, for the fall, you can get at Roach Farm and Garden. Salt licks, camo, trail cams, everything you need. Go check them out at Roach Farm and Garden at the River Bridge. Support your friends at Roach Farm and Garden as they support the Dublin Fighting Irish and our local community. Go Irish, and go to Roach Farm and Garden.
When you're part of a team, your loyalty is to each other, working together for the customer. Customer satisfaction is not a sometime thing, It's an all-time thing.
Turn it up, let's go. Yes, sir.
You don't service vehicles right once in a while. You service them right all the time. So let's get out there and get these customers rolling. We love helping our customers as much as we love football. So let us be your team, Bubba's Tire Center.
Woo! It's football season, and just like your favorite team, Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan's success is built on our teamwork.
Here, Mr. Jones, here's your tune-up parts. Thank you.
Chevy or GMC, we've got your trucks.
I might not have been a great ball player back in the day, but one thing about it, Don sells cars pretty good here at Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan.
The best in high school sports coverage in the state of Georgia is known by one name, the GSHA All Access. Tune in right here weekly to stay current with player profiles, coaches' conversations, and what's happening in GHSA sports. The GHSA All Access. Right here. Presented by Powers Media Network.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
And we're back, Coach. We might as well go ahead and get into it. Dodge County Indians, one of our rivals, has been a long time, back even when I played back in the day. Rolling here to the Shamrock Bowl Friday night for a matchup, two high-powered offensive teams and two really good defenses.
Well, I think, Dodge County is, without question, one of the top teams in our region. They've been all year. They've been ranked all year. When I start and I look at them offensively, I think obviously the bell cow for them is their quarterback. I think last name is Mincy.
Kane Mincy, I believe.
I know I told their coach the other day when we were just chatting a little bit about swapping the film and this and that. I think the young man is going to draw some Division I interest because he's about a 6'2" guy. He stands in the pocket real well. He's got an exceptionally strong arm, and he will pull it down and run it. As a matter of fact, in last year's game, he hurt us running the football. So it starts and it works around him, and then they've got a couple of speed demons out on the perimeter that when they get their hands on it, they can go. One of them, number 12, the name's just slipping my mind, Burns.
Track star.
Is one, I think, the region championship in the 100 meters the last 2 years. So that means we don't have anybody that can catch him if he gets out in the open.
Right.
He's a big-time playmaker. Can turn a 5-yard hitch route into a 70-yard touchdown real quick.
And has done it.
Or can run by you if you're not in a good back pedal. And, number 6 for them, he's another playmaker that can house call it. And so they've got 3 or 4. And when I look at their running backs, number 3 for them is a real quick, looks to me to be shifty and quick and explosive. Number 7, again, both of those, 3 and 7, are not real big backs. But now number 7 runs behind his shoulder pads, and
very well.
He's hard to tackle in open field, and their offensive line's pretty doggone big. And then, they're going to run a lot of counter and buck sweep out of their shotgun stuff. So, we know we've got a major challenge on the defensive side. When you flip it over and look at their defense against our offense.
I noticed they had we watched them the other night. I mean, the linebackers, to me, just really had a lot of speed.
You know what? It's typical Dodge County linebacker play, aggressive guys, great speed, first step. Once they read their key, man, they fly to the football. They've got defensive linemen. 3 of them are exceptional athletes and good pass rushers, and then they've got the one guy inside that's about 6'4", 380, close to 400, just a huge body, who's a good football player too. He's not just a big old body out there. He gets off blocks. He'll try to pursue the football. Now, obviously, he's not fast, but they're going to play him either, between the guards. He could be a one technique, on a guard, or he might be head up on the nose or shaded on the nose. He's the space eater, which everybody, for example, in college football, they love the big, huge
they do that now.
Tackle inside, and he fits what they do. And then their perimeter people, it's a lot of those numbers that we mentioned in their skilled positions at wide receivers and running backs. They're back there in the secondary, and they have the speed to eliminate big plays from you. And then kicking game-wise, it's been very, very solid. I thought the other night, watching them play, that their punter, without question, is the best punter in our region. Boy, he punted the heck out of the football the other night, and they do a lot of different things in their kicking game, and we've got to be on our P's and Q's, to not get fooled and give up some type of big play or mistake in the kicking game. And who knows, we might have to use 1 or 2 of them ourselves to try to swing some momentum our way.
That's one of the things, the special teams, the kicking game, that's one of the things that your team works on hard. You generally try to win that in a football game. It can help. It can help you. It can make or break you at times, And here we're coming into facing a football team that basically has the same type thought process that we do with special teams.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's a good thing we had an opportunity to go watch them the other night.
Yeah.
They used a surprise onside kick the other night, and lo and behold, when we exchanged the films, that clip wasn't on the films. So at least we had a chance to see that. And that's why when you have an opportunity to go witness and actually watch a team play, it's hard to tell how fast they're going.
It is.
Because you turn the film off every clip and you don't realize that they were in no huddle and sprinting to the line of scrimmage and snapping the next play. So seeing the tempo of the game, and they go fast, somebody getting hurt, you might not notice it on the film, and you saw the kid limping off in the game, and you make note of it, and you go back and watch the film, and you see whether he was able to go back in or not. The quarterback the other night, they were
same situation
to score and take the lead in at halftime and get the ball to start the third quarter against Northeast, and Northeast stopped them twice inside the 1, and then the next thing you know, the quarterback was out of the game and at halftime, and he came back out not dressed, and that had a factor.
That made a difference in the football game.
No question about it. Although the backup, we thought, came in and really did a good job for Dodge. So, it'll be a typical Dublin Dodge football game with a lot riding on it. In the Shamrock Bowl, it's senior night. We get to honor all these seniors, and their parents get a chance to
come down on the field,
court them out on the field and everything. And I just look forward to hopefully a beautiful night for everybody, a good crowd, a lot at stake, and go Irish.
Go Irish. I will say, Coach, that is Halloween.
Yep.
Friday night is going to be Halloween. The Touchdown Club over here at the Pavilion is going to provide a trunk or treat for any young children that may not be able to go out in the neighborhoods. And
I got a couple of grandkids.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But the Touchdown Club is going to provide a trunk or treat.
Yep.
So kids can come by the tailgate over there and trick or treat and whatnot. Senior night again, a lot of big things happening. Friday night, we want everybody to come out, support your Dublin Fighting Irish. Tickets, GoFan, I'm sure.
GoFan only. Have your tickets purchased when you get here. Get them on your phone through gofan.co. And Jason will have that up for you, everybody, to shoot a link.
Right. Coach, it's been another great show. We'll be back with some highlights of Dublin football.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
It is almost hunting season, and that means it's time for you to already be shopping with Roach Farm and Garden. Everything you need for your feed plots, everything you need for your deer stands, everything you need, period, for the fall, you can get at Roach Farm and Garden. Salt licks, camo, trail cams, everything you need. Go check them out at Roach Farm and Garden at the River Bridge. Support your friends at Roach Farm and Garden as they support the Dublin Fighting Irish and our local community. Go Irish, and go to Roach Farm and Garden.
When you're part of a team, your loyalty is to each other, working together for the customer. Customer satisfaction is not a sometime thing, it's an all-time thing.
Turn it up, let's go! Yes, sir!
You don't service vehicles right once in a while, you service them right all the time. So let's get out there and get these customers rolling. We love helping our customers as much as we love football. So let us be your team, Bubba's Tire Center.
Woo!
It's football season, and just like your favorite team, Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan's success is built on our teamwork.
Here, Mr. Jones, here's your tune-up parts. Thank you.
Chevy or GMC, we've got your trucks.
I might not have been a great ball player back in the day, but one thing about it, Don sells cars pretty good here at Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan.
The best in high school sports coverage in the state of Georgia is known by one name, the GSHA All Access. Tune in right here weekly to stay current with player profiles, coaches' conversations, and what's happening at GHSA Sports. The GHSA All Access. Right here. Presented by Powers Media Network.
Optim Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optim's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.